and it's my gift to be able to be with them and live life fully.
The thing I love about you is you're here and your mission is so internally driven and so faith-based. We have fewer and fewer sisters. Do you ever feel a little bit like a duck out of water with the culture
Speaking of
here?
ducks.
Yes, speaking of ducks.
Well, religious life, I think by its nature, has always been countercultural. And that's part of our call, is to call others to consider what really are the values that they want to embrace and live by. Do I feel countercultural here at Jennings? No, I really feel like this is the best of the Catholic identity and the faith-based culture that we bring, just to support people in their journey, whatever way is helpful to them. Whether they have a religious tradition that they follow, or just to find what gives their life meaning. That's really what spirituality is.
And that meaning doesn't end when you reach a certain birthday.
Definitely not. In fact, I think it's more important the closer we get to the next step of our journey from this life to the next.
On a personal level, my mother has Alzheimer's and dementia. You've known my mom for a long time. You knew my dad, who was here and passed away.
Yes.
My dad had Parkinson's, but that wasn't as hard for me. It was still hard to see someone struggle, but I think when you see someone slowly lose their ability to function and remember you and lose their reasoning. My mom was taught kids with learning disabilities and so incredibly intelligent. That's really hard to see.
Yes. My mother had Alzheimer's, and I feel that's where I got my call to chaplaincy and to spiritual care and to working with older adults, just because as I would spend time with her and her friends and the different nursing homes or organizations where she lived, I just got to feel really comfortable with them and entering into their reality, whatever it was that particular day or moment, and just to know that they're still the person they've always been, but they just can't, as you said, express it the way they used to. But that doesn't mean that they can just be pushed aside or discounted. They need to know that people care and want to be with them and spend time with them.
Sometimes you think that if someone doesn't remember something, that it didn't really make an impact. Because sometimes when I'm with my mom and we're having a good day, it was sunny, we were outside, and just she knew my name. And then you feel like, but she's not going to remember that. So did that have value?
But for that amount of time, that 10 minutes, the half hour, whatever time you were there, that they knew it and it brightened their life. And I really believe it has a lasting effect, that sense of being loved.
What do you do to unwind and to just get yourself in a good place where you could be able to support other people?
Self-care is really important for people who are supporting others, not only in a professional way, but for family members as well. And for each person, it might be different. I really just am very renewed by being in nature, trying to see God's beauty and goodness in the surroundings. I like to read, like to watch movies, spend time with friends. I also like to spend time alone, so that's renewing after you've poured out a lot of energy with other people.
One of your favorite books is written by a Buddhist monk. That's, to me, is so neat, that people of different faiths appreciate the wisdom of other faiths as well.
Yes, and I think it's important for us to learn from other faith traditions, because ultimately we're all searching for the one God, whatever name that God we give that God. In the end, we won't be in heaven in little cubicles or pews according to whatever faith tradition we followed. We'll just be there together.
That's comforting. And I have to mention one other thing, because I found out we have something else in common. You like The Office. Not every episode, but in general, the humor of The Office.
Yeah, so laughter, humor, having fun also is, I think, important in everybody's life.
Are there any stories here that really resonate in your heart that kind of show the brightness, I guess, of life, even in the midst of suffering?
So many. And I would say, in general, just how many family connections there are, like you and your family, and how devoted you are and have always been to your parents. And if I could encourage people to just take that as to know how important it is to support their loved ones, even when it might feel awkward or scary, or you don't know what to do. Again, just be present and listen to them, and that'll make a big difference.